Desert Healthcare District and Foundation presents a podcast that supports your health and wellness where you live. This is Healthy Desert, Healthy You, hosted by Will Dean. Now, here's Will.
Welcome, friends. Thank you for joining me on this episode. I have a very special guest. Deja Brown is a scholarship recipient through the Desert Healthcare District and Foundation's partnership with One Future Coachella Valley. Welcome, Deja.
Thank you. Thank you, Will. It's nice to meet you.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Feeling pretty good about the new year. Excited to see what happens.
Excellent. So I want to give our listeners just a little bit of background about the scholarship. So this scholarship was actually approved by our board back in December of 2021. It's called the Black and African American Scholarship for students pursuing careers in health and medicine. And one of the reasons why we wanted to do this is because, well, two reasons. One is that we realize there's a shortage of physicians and nurses, technicians, and other healthcare professionals in the Coachella Valley. And we wanted to address that and possibly increase those positions in the Valley. And another is we wanted to improve access to education and careers for Black and African American students. And at the same time, through those students, help improve our workforce. So I wanted to find out from you a little bit about your background. So where did you grow up and where did you go to school here in the Valley?
So I grew up in Waukegan, Illinois, a good 45 minutes from Chicago. In 2022, I moved down to Coachella Valley. 2023, I enrolled in College of the Desert. And so that's how I got my footing into the community in Coachella Valley.
Oh, wow. So that's quite a difference from the Chicago region to the desert. How did you find it moving here? Was it easy to adapt?
It was not easy to adapt. Originally, when I got to the desert, I was not a fan of the desert. All the sand, the heat in the summer. It just kept reaching numbers that I couldn't even dream of. And so at first it was a bit difficult, but fortunately I joined a volunteer group called College Corps, and that really helped me set my footing in the community and made me feel welcomed, and also give back to all the people who's been given to me.
Excellent. It definitely takes some getting used to.
Yeah.
So when you were at College of the Desert, what was your major?
At College of the Desert, my major was sports medicine. However, there was a hiccup at the last second, and so I had to change my major to liberal arts with emphasis in math and science. Thankfully, it allowed me to graduate and head to my dream school, Sacramento State University, where I'm currently studying exercise science with a concentration in clinical rehabilitation and rehabilitation specialist.
That is awesome. Tell me, what is the ultimate career goal or dream?
My dream is to be a licensed physical therapist. I would love to have my own clinic, multiple clinics if possible. Definitely one in Coachella Valley for sure. And then I have a side career goal is to be a CPR instructor. I want to give CPR, instruct young athletes in the desert. We have a lot of young athletes out there who are going to go to high school and college. And I want to instill in them the basics of CPR and first aid. So when they move along, that knowledge can be carried with them. And they can share it with other people as well.
Right. I love that you want to pay it forward and that you want to actually have part of your career here in the Valley. So that's really important. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. But first, I wanted to find out from you, how did you learn about this scholarship and what did it mean for you to receive it?
So I learned about One Future scholarships from Juan, who goes to CSUSB. Shout out to Juan. And one day he was walking around College of the Desert with these flyers, and everywhere I just kept seeing him, and everywhere he would go, I would also be there. So finally, the third time we saw each other that day, he gave me a flyer and told me about the scholarships, and this was one of them. And he was like, "You should apply. Not a lot of people are applying for scholarships. You should definitely do it." And I did it. Like in 2 days, I did research, did my essay, had it proofread, submitted, and thankfully, Louise called me right before summer break to let me know that I was a recipient of the Black African American Healthcare Scholarship, which was awesome because it was also the first scholarship I had ever received, and then received as COD. And so it felt really, really great. Like, receiving it made me feel like it allows me to continue my education and to continue learning all of these new things and concepts. But also what made me really happy about receiving it is that they trust that whichever way I pursue to become a licensed physical therapist, that they're there alongside me. And that just helps me to keep going and keep growing even more.
Right, that's excellent. Earlier, I mentioned how we're challenged in terms of the lack of medical professionals here in the Coachella Valley. And one of the ways that there's recruitment, obviously, that's one way, but also retaining and growing our own workforce. And I would consider you part of that since you decided that you do want to work here. What led to that decision that you want to practice your profession in the Valley?
Just the community in the Valley. I've lived in a lot of different places, but I've never quite seen it like I've seen it in the Valley. So many people come back and I've met them and I've had conversations with them. And there are people who continue to grow there, even from leaving and coming back. And there are people who are leaving and they're already anxious to come back. And I feel like I'm one of those people. And I think it's just really important for me personally is to see it all the way through, not just as someone who's, I don't want to say but was fortunate to receive so much from the Valley. I feel like it's only right that I give that back. And to be a physical therapist where most of my mentors and my teachers and my peers are there that set me on this path. Like, I feel like I have to come back there. There's no other vision, I think.
I love it. I really love the idea and the fact that you want to be here and the people you know want to be here. I've been to the Coachella Valley about 18 years. And when I first moved here, there was a lot of talk about young people who couldn't wait to get away from the Valley because there didn't seem to be enough here for them. And the fact that you know people and you yourself want to be here, that's very encouraging, especially when we think about your profession and the shortage that we're dealing with. What do you think needs to happen in order to not only retain people who grow up here to come back and live and work here, but to recruit people? What do you think we need in the Coachella Valley to make that happen? Any thoughts?
So, yeah, I'm going to give a very general one though, but I feel like education, housing, food, and job security are the 4 essentials that create stability in the livelihood of a community and its future. And when all 4 of these things align, a person can be exceptional. I mean, we can have exceptional people in our communities building that future that we want to see. However, and it can be seen in the Valley right now that if one of these things or 2 of these things are out of place, the stability and the foundation begins to rock and crumble. I think that these 4 things have to be looked at even a little bit more every year, every time, every month. And when all of these align, when all of them, they don't have to just be perfect, but when they align just a little bit, you can see the glimpse of what can happen in the community. Like me, I was very fortunate being in College Corps to be able to know about one future, that's education, and to know about housing, which is the basic needs center, and to know about food as a volunteer who also receives food, but gives food to the community, and to know about a job, whether that is an internship that I was fortunate to have or a job at my school as a further work study student. And all of those things align, to create stability for me, which allowed me to be here at Sac State. And I am not the standard, but I'm not the standard, but I'm the exception. And I think that it's really important that we look at those 4 things because I know just as myself, speaking for myself, but also as friends, also as a person who sees my peers who also struggle with these things, and they haven't gotten the opportunity to be exceptional and to follow their dreams or to follow their goals. And I want that for all of them. I want that for every student that sees the vision of school and know, like, okay, the stability is there for me to do it.
Well said, Deja. So it's clear that you, like all of us, have had some challenges. So what keeps you going? What keeps you moving towards your goal?
Everyone keeps me moving. I have a friend who couldn't go to their dream school, so I'm very fortunate to be here. I have friends who aren't able to eat every day, but I am, and so I don't take those things for granted, and I keep that in my mind in everything I do and everything I say. I try to lead with that on my mind, and that every opportunity I get, that I really seize the opportunity, and really use my voice in the best and most positive way, because I know that it only takes one person. Only one person has to see this for me to feel like, okay, I feel good about it. But that's what keeps me moving forward. And just knowing that one day I'm going to be a licensed physical therapist. I'm going to own my clinic. I'm going to be in Coachella Valley. And that's enough for me to keep going.
I love it. You mentioned Sacramento State as your dream school. What is it about that school that really piqued your interest, that really drew you to it?
Yes. A lot of contenders out there. Sac State was one because of multiple things. It had my major. I love trees. It is the city of trees. One of the biggest comparisons I did when I was looking for schools, and there was no settling, is that all of the resources, all of the opportunities, all of the support that I had at College of the Desert, it must be at my next school. It has to be. I was very successful there. If I want to be successful, I know for a fact that the things I did there can be transferred to the school, and it has just about everything and a little bit more. And so I'm feeling good. I already knocked down my first semester, which I did good. And so it's a beautiful school. One of the other things too is I wanted to encourage other students from the desert to pursue colleges up north. Not just, down there, not just in Southern California, LA, Orange County, and really take the opportunity to step outside of your comfort zone. Because when you come back, that's where all your bright ideas are going to come from.
I love that. You can step out for your education, but come back. That's
Yes.
important. I really love that. Anything else that you would want to say to not just students who are already in COD or in high school, but even younger students, younger Black students who have a career goal or dream that maybe they haven't said out loud or they don't think can be a reality? What would you say to them?
To those students, I will say that there is more than one way to get to where you're going. I think oftentimes we think of traditional ways or societal norms of how to pursue things. I did not pursue my education the traditional way at all. And it's been fun. It is the most fun I've ever had when pursuing education. And a lot of people can't say that. And to be willing and be open to other opportunities that aren't a comfort to you. I don't like public speaking, but I speak on a student panel, on a podcast. Every opportunity I speak because it's important to keep pushing yourself forward. And so there's more than one way to get there. There's more than one way to pursue your education and to pursue higher education and to pursue your PhD, to be an intern versus getting a job, volunteer versus getting a job. Just be open to all the possibilities out there.
I love that. Tell me, what is it about your chosen career that you love, that speaks to you? Why did you want to be in this particular career?
I love helping people. I'm a veteran. I know there's a lot of veterans out there. They're in a lot of pain. And so to be able to just help people, help my veterans out, help everyone, but my veterans out, to be able to, I love sports. I get to be a part of a sports environment to educate young athletes and to inspire them beyond sports as well. I get to be on my feet. I get to be active. I did an internship at a physical therapist clinic, and it was fun. It was exciting. I learned a lot. I met a lot of people. I got to meet the community essentially, and it was nice, seeing their faces and building that relationship and building that support with them. And they get excited when their physical therapy is done and they're feeling better. Like, that makes me feel better. If I get to do that for however long I can, that's exciting.
That is exciting. Deja, is there anything you want to say to the Desert Healthcare District and Foundation Board regarding their support for this scholarship through One Future?
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity, not just for me, but those before me, and those who will definitely be after me. It's exciting to know that there is a program and an opportunity out there that fits me, and that translates to me, and that will help me see that I become a licensed physical therapist and believe in my dream in becoming that. And so I thank you. And I hope you continue to support us.
Thank you, Deja, for your service as a veteran, and thank you for being on the podcast. I wish you the best of luck in all of your career endeavors.
Thank you.
Okay, to learn more about this scholarship and other efforts by One Future Coachella Valley, please visit their website, which is onefuturecv.org. That's One Future, Future, C as in cat, V as in Victor.org.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of Healthy Desert, Healthy You. This podcast is a production of the Desert Healthcare District and Foundation in Palm Springs, California. For more information, please visit the website dhcd.org. Our annual conference site is healthydesert.healthyu.com. This podcast is available at most major podcast portals, including Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Audible, Captivate.fm, Spotify, and YouTube Music. Thanks for listening. Be sure to subscribe.